Good morning and welcome to TNP Coffee Break. May I take this opportunity of saying thank you very much to all of those who gave us feedback on our first edition of Coffee Break. The feedback we've had has been absolutely spectacular, and it's really good to see so many people contributing and giving us ideas on future topics and subjects for TNP Coffee Break. The marketplace certainly is alive with a lot of talk and gossip and rumour about what's happening with registration, when I need to register, what entity do I need to register, do I need to register both myself and my company, etc, etc, etc. So today it is indeed a great pleasure for me to be able to introduce to you David Yates. David Yates works with us here at TNP and he runs our compliance area. David's going to give you a breakdown of the timeframes and the dates that need to be met for you to be able to comply with the new regulations. Please welcome David Yates.
Thanks, Jeff. The 31st of March is only 7 weeks away. It is the key date for regulation for two reasons. First is that all financial advisors must be registered on the 31st of March on the Financial Services Providers Register. Anyone practicing after 31st of March without being registered will be practicing illegally. Secondly, advisors intending to provide Category 1 advice after the 1st of July will need to have completed their authorisation application process by the 31st of March. This is the latest date beyond which the Securities Commission will not give assurances of completing authorisation before the 30th of June. Note, this deadline is probably less important for Category 2 advice, advisors who wanted to be authorised under Category 2, because authorisation is not a legal requirement for these advisors. For those of you who have not yet registered, I recommend you get onto it in the next couple of weeks, as it can take some time to get criminal checks done by the Securities Commission as part of the process. Here are some details on the process and the costs. The first thing you need to do is join a disputes resolution scheme. There are 4 such schemes. The Financial Services Complaints Limited, there is the Insurance and Savings Ombudsman, there is the Banking Ombudsman, and then there is the Financial Disputes Resolution Scheme. Once you've joined a scheme, you can complete the registration process online by going to www.fspr.govt.nz. Click on the Online Services Do It Now link and follow the process. Please note you will need an iGovernment logon to be able to register, and this can also be obtained from the same web page. fspr.govt.nz is also the place to apply for authorisation and can be done at the same time as registration, but it does require you to have completed all the necessary prerequisites for authorisation prior to the application process. If you haven't ticked all the boxes for authorisation, I suggest you register now and apply for authorisation later once you've completed all the necessary steps. Costs for the various registration processes are $357.78 for registration plus a $61.33 annual fee. There's also a $40.25 criminal check fee. For authorisation, the costs are, which are in addition to registration, are $1,144.89 plus a $572.45 annual fee. Just before I go, it seems that there is still some uncertainty around whether advisors need to register themselves as well as their companies, or whether they just need to register themselves. The rule is that you don't need to register your company if you are the only advisor in the company and there are 2 directors or less. You still need to register yourself. All other advisor companies will need to register as well as the advisors. If you're unsure about your situation, please give me a call on 0508 367 867. That's it from me. Back to Jeff.
Thanks, David. We really do appreciate the work you've done in the compliance area. Gosh, the 31st of March being only 7 weeks away. That's quite frightening when you think about it. Folks, you don't have too many choices here. You must be registered by the 31st of March. The Securities Commission state quite clearly that if you're not registered, you can't trade. So if you've got any further questions or there's still questions that need to be answered, please feel free to give David a call at any stage. His number is 0508 367 867. Again, thank you very much for the positive feedback we received on the first edition of TNP Coffee Break. We look forward to seeing you again in the not too distant future. Have a fantastic week.